Thank you, Chair. Morning, Minister.
Morning, Ms Madam.
Budget paper 3, page 38. We're talking about Freezer, Amplify, Yakvik, Scouts. How much funding has been, what's the funding breakdown for those programs and how does it compare to last year?
So we're referring to budget paper 3, page 38. And, sorry, just one
Output
moment.
initiatives. So the investing early and the living, you can either refer to that one or 124, I think is the other one. Output summaries. Just really chasing a breakdown on those different programs.
Sure, just for your information, Ms Benham, Freezer and Engage are not funded through that specific line item. I can talk about investing early in young Victorians, and as I've indicated, we will see in this budget the largest investment ever made, that is close to $30.9 million to continue backing our young people, whether that's through, and many would know, our youth strategy backed by the investment of over, we've seen $600 million focusing on young people through the Youth NAV, and that was something very, again, very integral. We launched that last year, and of course this year we've seen programs. Just recently we have launched a number of programs that assist young people. I'm really proud of Future Ready, a program that's delivered more opportunities for government secondary colleges. This has been really important, and it's opened the criteria, opening it up to non-for-profit organisations as well, has really been complementary to the programs that we've delivered as, Engage, Amplify and a number of other programs.
Sorry, in the interest of, I've only got really limited time, we're just looking for, if we go to budget paper 3, 124, with the line item there for youth, we want specific amounts individually for the different programs, Freezer or Amplify, Yakvik in particular. I've worked with Yakvik before, they're an amazing organisation. Scouts and how it compares to last year.
Sure, I'll just pass on to the department to give you that breakdown. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Ms Benham, for your question. So as the Minister indicated, a number of the programs that you have referred to are funded through the portfolio's base budget. So they're not reflected in the specific budget line items that were referenced in the page you provided. So if you're interested, if perhaps I start with Scouts, if that's helpful.
Yeah, just need how much their funding allocation is for each of those programs.
So Scouts and Girl Guides were funded through the 23-24 state budget for their programs at 0.5 million, so 500,000 per year for Scouts and Girl Guides programs.
Each?
So that's the total together.
Total, half a million
Correct.
for Scouts
And Girl Guides at the programs level, that's right. In addition to that, Ms Benham, Scouts has also received funding through the 23-24 budget for specific infrastructure projects, for 6 projects for
And
Scout halls.
how long does that go?
That funding was over 2 years. So that was $942,000 over 2 years. All that has been paid out to Scouts except for around $313,000. And that's just linked to the delivery of that project cycle, and we work really closely with Scouts Victoria to ensure that the payments match the delivery of those infrastructure.
So they haven't had any additional funding this year?
They actually have. So, Minister, you might want to talk about the Scouts funding that's provided in this year's budget. I might hand back to the Minister. They have received additional funding for Scout Hall projects this year.
Yes, so thank you for that, Jerry. And what we've seen is this year a commitment of $20 million over 2 years to support young people. And I have outlined, and again, the package of delivery, and that includes the 6 community support groups. Of course, our many programs, including our partnership with Scouts Victoria,
Just Scouts.
across Victoria.
Sorry, really tight for time.
Yeah, and we have increased that youth participation and importantly, it's been a great partnership, and as I've indicated, that's through that 12 million.
$12 million
We will
for
see-
Scout halls?
No, I said, sorry, it's 20 million overall for 2 years for youth
Yep.
portfolio. And the
Just chasing the
community
Scouts
infrastructure
number.
projects. Let me just go through to my...
Really
Yeah,
chasing
sorry.
individual breakdowns.
Yes, thank you.
Budget?
So what we will see in this year's state budget is $820,000 additionally to, again, to funds for Scout halls, and that includes a community centre infrastructure project as well. So overall, you'll see $820,000 additional funding in this
Can we
year's
get those
budget.
other figures provided on notice?
I can also speak to the other figures now, Ms Benham.
I've got a few other questions, and like I said, I've only got really limited time. I really want to get on to...
Excuse me, Miss Benham, you can ask the question. If they have the figures, we'll hear them here as evidence.
Okay, can I ask about YouthNav? It was brought up in the original presentation. Last year, with the rollout of YouthNav, how much does it cost, and who's the targeted group?
So is there a particular line item on the budget?
We're still on, there's one line item on budget paper 3, page 124, under youth, because there's no specific breakdown. That's why I was looking for that individual breakdown in how much has been budgeted.
Thank you. And just to outline for the benefit of the committee, last year the YouthNav was launched, and this was also a project led by young people, and I'm really proud to have been part of that. Young people actually were the author of the YouthNav, and
What was
we
the
have
cost,
seen
Minister?
$750,000,
Right.
and this is an online platform. Again, it is important to note that this was co-designed by young people on the issues that matter to them.
Yep.
A one-stop hub online with practical information for young people.
Great.
So this has been really,
sorry to
something very
interject,
important.
Minister. What's the website traffic been like?
I
You have
think
website data?
I'll need to ask my
Yeah,
secretary.
I don't have that to hand, but I'm happy that we can take that on notice.
Great. Could we, any of the information that I haven't been able to get today, can we take that on notice? I realise that's
Excuse me,
the point of budget.
Miss Benham, you can ask a question and you can afford witnesses to answer that question, and then if they don't have the answer to the question, you can ask if they can take it
On
on
the
notice.
point of order, Chair, the whole...
Excuse me, Miss
Sorry,
Benham.
sorry,
Miss Benham, I haven't, excuse me, Minister, I haven't raised a point of order, but if you would like to raise a point of order, please go ahead.
Point of order, Chair.
So, sorry, just to clarify, Chair, that we do have that information available.
About
Okay.
website traffic?
Right.
Can
Yes.
respond to that question.
Apologies, Miss Benham, you're out of time.